What's up, guys? It's Stally RC. I know I've been away for a little while, but comes time for another project. The DBXL, that is no longer a project. I sold it just last week. Wasn't very interested in it, lost interest. So my new build is the Low C LST XXL 2E. So E meaning electric. So this will be the next build. As you can see, I did do the rear end already, but the front end I still have yet to do, and I figured it'd be a great time to do a video because I haven't done one in probably about 4 months, somewhere in that range. So today we're going to be doing working on the front end of this, and I am doing a center diff conversion, so meaning a low C 8T Truggy center differential instead of a transmission. And the reason why I'm doing that is because it's a lot less stress on the drivetrain to run a center diff than it is a transmission. So, and with all the power and juice that's going to be going through this thing, I want to make sure it's going to be able to last more than one battery pack run. So, alright, let's get started. Alright guys, so I switched to some headphones so you could hear me better. Let's get started. So what we're going to do first is we're going to install the drive shafts. These came pre-built from eBay. I buy my parts from either Dollar Hobbies, but seeing as the conversion rate's a little more expensive nowadays, I usually buy parts from Jenny's RC, so JRC on eBay. They got good prices, I'll tell you that. So yeah, we're going to install these first, and so yeah, what we want to do is we want to slide these to the back here. Bearing popped out, it's good. Pull. Whoa! Alright, that wasn't supposed to happen, but it's all good. That popped out. Alright, so that's in. Put that bearing in, and then we have the hub, and there's a set screw inside the end of the drive shaft here, and then you need one of your pins. So we gotta line this up, put that in, slide the pin through. We take our purple hex driver. This is and 3/30 seconds. And we're gonna get that in there. Oh, alright, so the pin fell on the floor, so but we got it. Alright, so put that in there, and we take our purple hex driver, screw in this screw. You can use Loctite on this if you want, but I'm not gonna bother right now. Before I go drive it, I'll make sure everything's locked and good. So now we're going to do the other side. So we'll turn this a bit. We'll do the same thing that we did on that side to this side. Slide her in. Make sure you get your bearing. Again, hub. And don't forget your pin. Alright, now we got that in. We're going to tighten it up with our 3/30 seconds driver. Alright, that's all done. And then again, these come pre-built. So when I was doing the rear part of the truck, I did have a slight bind in the rear diff. So I took it apart and shimmed too tightly. So I just took a shim out, and after that it was nice and smooth. So don't know what happened there, but it's life. Things happen, right? So we're gonna install this. And before we slide it in all the way, alright, sorry about that. Camera shut off. Alright, so when you want to go do your center diff conversion, you need a longer center drive shaft. So this is the stock one that comes on the truck, as you can see here, and then the rear one has a longer one. I picked up a Losi LST / Aftershock front drive shaft. There's a number right there, $15. I get it for $14.95, $1 off. This is in Canada, Nova Scotia. But you need a longer one. So instead of using just another center drive shaft, the center drive shaft for an LST wouldn't fit. So I needed to use a drive shaft, just a regular drive shaft, not a center drive shaft. And yeah, so you swap them out. Swap this to this. So that's what you need for the conversion. Anyway, back to what we were doing. So we're going to install this. So make sure we get that up, and then you just push. Make sure the end of it goes through there's like a little hole there that the output drive slides into. Yeah, make sure that's in, and then you pop. Easy to do, and I'll show you right here. It's a little, let's pull this out again. There's a little hole, you gotta put that out drive in too. So, you gotta be careful about that. This is what I'm talking about, the extended center shaft right here. And this is cut out for a reason, the upper plate there. But yeah, so let's continue. So now we're gonna put our two pieces in behind the diff so they don't slide around. If you put them the right way. Go. Nope. Alright, here we go. So, nice and flush there. And then we'll take our other half of our bulkhead and we'll slide this on. Just like so. And then you take your screws and you put them in the 4 holes. Alright, so I just went ahead and put all the screws in. I do have one, but the one of them is stripped. So I'm just going to leave that open for now. We'll get back to that after. Next thing we got to do is we got to install the shock tower. We got our 4 screws with washers. Okay, so we're going to start screwing these in. Alright, so I'm just going to finish up screwing these screws in. Don't want to go too tight, you want to make them just snug. Alright, so what I've done off camera was I put risers in here because I have a plate that goes across the top. Let me find that. This plate I fabricated, sort of 3mm aluminum, and what it does is sit on top of here, screwed in of course, and that way the batteries are going to lay flat instead of vertically or sideways. So nice and flat, both of them together side by side, and that'll hopefully keep the center of gravity really nice and low. Every shiny screw on here is screws from an eRevo 1/10 scale stainless steel screw kit. The screws that come with this truck, screw size, sucks. I hate it. I hate it so much. You strip the screws out so easily. Everything. So all the stainless steel screws are from an eRevo. Except for these ones and these ones. Except for a few of them. But even these black ones are from an eRevo kit too. So I converted it all over to that. Alright, so get this flipped over, and I did make this plate. This is 3mm aluminum. Drilled all the holes, countersunk all the screws. We're nice and flush. The F is there just for pointing to front, so I know which way is which. Taking these screws out and replacing them with these crappy screws that I hate with the stupid heads. Just because if the bottom of it gets scratched and dinged, then I don't really care about these screws. But the stainless steel screws, I don't have a lot of them, so I gotta try and keep some as spare just in case. So we're gonna take those out. Like I was saying before, these screws suck. I don't like using them. Another one just stripped on me. Well, it might have been just me. I think I've been using the wrong driver the whole time. So you need red, not black. So I'll try this again. It seems to work a lot better. Oh yeah. Alright. So that's a lot better. These screws still suck though, I'll tell you that. I can't tighten them all the way just because I still need the front bumper. Stuff like that, so I can just snug them. That's about it. Messing it up, I apologize about that, but life gets in the way and sometimes you just forget about filming. And honestly, it's a little bit easier to build a truck without filming it, but it's fun to show everybody how to build trucks like this. So I am going to try and come up with a way to do a single servo instead of a dual servo on this truck. I don't know if there's a way to just do one or not. If you guys know of a way to do one servo on an LST, write down in the comments and let me know. Alright guys, so I'm just replacing these screws right here with a little longer and the eRevo screws, like I said before. 3 Revo screws up top, 2 regular LST screws at the bottom. So, a little weird, I know, but I only got 4 screws for the eRevo, so we'll just redo these. Oh, there we go. In this tripod. Awesome. Done. Alright, so we got those all done. Nice chrome screws in the top. We do have the motor ESC. I'll be using a Castle Creations Mama Monster 2 system. It's a high-tech servo, 2 Reaction Dynamite 30C 5000 milliamp 4S LiPo batteries. I would like to get this aluminum. The whole frame here, frame rails, aluminum. That'd be pretty sweet. But it should be ready to go soon. I should have another video up in the next month. It should be a few weeks, really. See you on the flip side. Peace.